What's up, guys? It's Seth, and I'm bringing you another PC build. This one's going to be for August, and it's the under $1,000 build. As always, all the stuff is coming through Newegg, so let's get right into it. We're going to do, for the processor, i7 2600K. If you remember from the previous build, it was the 2500K, which was also Sandy Bridge. A little bit less impressive in performance because it's an i5, not an i7. And I think the turbo boost was like 3.7 gigahertz, so speed is not a big difference, but still get a little bit more performance. They're around $70 more or so. The reason that we're using this is because honestly, the month by month build changes are not necessarily new products that come out. It's more because Sandy Bridge, I mean, there's already Ivy Bridge, which is the next generation of Intel processors. So it's not that it's necessarily new products that come out each month, because that doesn't happen with PCs, but more that there are a lot of builds you can do for under 1,000 or under 1,500 or under 2,000. So I'm just showcasing all those different types in each month, but it's not necessarily month specific. So if it's like August now, you shouldn't necessarily go with the August build. You can also go with the July build or whatever. Just want to let you guys know that. So yeah, the 2600K, it's a good processor. It's kind of like the big brother to the 2500, which is used in a lot of computers still, even though it's the previous generation. To cool that, we're going to go with an H80. As always, I always go with the H80 or the H100, depending on the case size. Motherboard, Biostar TZ77. I'm not the biggest fan of, I think it's, yeah, it's this one. But it's really not my favorite brand for motherboards, but on the cheaper side of things, they do provide a bit of performance with a little bit lower of a cost. If you got the equivalent of this for another brand, probably looking at around 200, not 150. So just keep that in mind, because I know a lot of people don't love Biostar. I'm not a big fan either, but it is what it is. And this is going for a budget build with under $1,000, so you can't expect some insane thing. I think this is the same graphics card, the 6870 from XFX, an AMD card that we used in the previous build, mainly because I was trying to find a different graphics card for under $1,000 that was good, and there are just very, very few that are really competitive in that price range, especially with the rebates that you can get on the XFX 6870. It's just a really good one right now. Again, G-Skill, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Not that little slash. There we go. Again, same RAM as what was in the previous build, but it's just something that you really can't beat. There's some things that you're just not going to find much better for certain price ranges. When you do, say, like a $2,000 build or more, then you can kind of, there's a lot of different options for RAM and stuff like that, or throwing in SSDs, all that stuff, but you're really down to very few changes if you're going for a cheap build, which under $1,000 in a PC gaming world is considered cheap. Power supply, just 650 watts, more than enough to power this graphics card, which is really the main thing that needs power. That and the motherboard, but you know. So it's actually really, really, really cheap. It's only 30 bucks after. It has some bad reviews, but for example, this one. But in general, I was looking at other sites as well, and it has pretty good overall reviews. So don't be too discouraged. It should be fine. And it's only 30 bucks after a mail-in rebate. So to make it work in the build, that's probably the best that we can do. If you want an upgraded one, you can look at one. Probably gonna be around not $200. That'd be an expensive one. Maybe $100, like $80 to $100 for a really good $600 to $700 6 to 700 watt power supply. If you want to go a little bit higher end, because of course if you're at like $1,000, if you save for another month or so and just wait, then you can get some pretty big performance benefits and stuff. For our main storage and also our boot drive, just because we're not going to have an SSD in this, computer. Going with the 1 terabyte black. I always go with black if it's a primary storage, just because the black edition, the Caviar Black from Western Digital, they are the best. Going down the line, blue is okay, but green is really just power efficient and very slow, so that'd be great if it's literally just for holding documents or something like that. But if you're doing it as a boot drive with your OS and games and stuff, go with a Caviar Black or like Momentous or something like that. Or Barracuda, those drives are pretty good too from Seagate. And I think that's almost it. Just got to do the case and optical drive. So for the case, there's a lot of different options for mid-tower, under $100 cases. But we're going with the Antec 300 Illusion. I think it's the Illusion. Yeah. Just $70. Look at those reviews. I mean, 5 stars with well over 1,000 reviews. So it's a good case. And with, I mean, looking at it, you're not going to see, like, there is no painted inside. It's smaller. It's literally just going to do what you need and nothing more. It has I don't know how many fans it has in here. I think it has 1 in the front and 1 in the rear, but you're going to have to take out that rear one and replace that with the H80 radiator, which is fine, not a big deal. It's a couple screws and that's it, so don't worry about that. Again, something you can upgrade if you need to. And then a Samsung optical drive. Nope, not external. Apparently that's not where I need to look. Optical drive. It's one of the first ones on the first page, but as always, I'll have a link in the description, so don't worry. And okay, here we go. Just $15. I mean, not a big deal. Those reviews, I don't understand. I mean, just don't worry about those couple bad reviews. Look at the overall reviews, because there's always going to be some that are dead on arrival and don't work and stuff, but don't worry about that. So, on to the total. A little bit over, as always, kind of how it is. With shipping to my zip code, it's probably about the same for yours. It comes out to $1,036.24. So chat the $25 and the $30 mail-in rebate. That's a subtraction of $55 from that, and that's like, I don't know, $980-ish or so. So not too bad, right under $1,000, and again, the maximum performance for your price range. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. I'll be having another video probably up tomorrow. I'll actually record it today, so it might be up today, for the under $1,500 build, then the under $2,000 build, and then make sure to stay tuned for the premium $3,000 build. And I actually might be doing, because I've been kind of working on my dream PC, and I might be doing a few other videos. So just, price ranges and cool builds and stuff like that. So just stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe and all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys later.